We're trying to get as much real-time information about the status of the environment, right? From things like soil moisture and temperature to the flow of sap in the trees and groundwater levels and pH and electrical conductivity, oxygen availability, so that we can, dive into detail into how changes in water and flooding affect the functioning of soils and vegetation to ultimately improve our predictive understanding. This is funded by the Department of Energy with an eye toward, improved Earth system models.
How are the funding cuts and staffing cuts at the federal level impacting your work?
So far, none of our projects have been directly cut, but we've experienced some indirect impacts. On our coastal research project, where we're trying to understand how changes in water levels affect the functioning of plants and soils and the ecosystem services they deliver, we're partnering with the Ottawa National Wildlife Refuge, and their work has been delayed by funding uncertainty, and so collaborative effort where they're installing a pump system and doing some dike repairs to support a flooding experiment have been delayed by a year. And then meanwhile, in our research studying phosphorus runoff from agricultural fields into Lake Erie, 2 critical USGS stream gauges were defunding, which inhibits our ability to understand how much water and therefore how much phosphorus is moving from the agricultural fields to the lake.
And how does that impact the daily lives of people living in this area?
We're studying important environmental problems that affect the day-to-day lives of people in Ohio. For example, harmful algal blooms in Lake Erie that are fueled by phosphorus runoff from mostly agricultural fields. These affect people's drinking water and access to drinking water. In order to reduce the impact of these harmful algal blooms, we need to understand their source. So a study that is focused on that's losing information, loses our ability to understand, impacts from agriculture to water quality and how that'll affect people's drinking water.